Welcome to Captain Altcoin. The Federal Reserve is the #1 menace to crypto. Forget about regulations. Forget about ETF delays. When Jerome Powell speaks, the entire market listens. And right now, he wants Bitcoin down at 70,000. Today I'm talking about something most crypto traders don't want to hear, but I think it's crucial if you want to protect your portfolio. I will explain what the Fed just did, why Powell's words matter more than the rate cut itself, and what lessons history teaches us. As always, this is not financial advice. I'm just sharing my own thoughts, so make sure you do your own research. If you enjoyed this kind of content, hit that subscribe button and give this video a like. It really helps the channel grow. And I want to take this opportunity to say thank you to everybody who's been watching and supporting our channel over the past few weeks. It means a lot to me and to the team. The Fed just cut rates by 25 basis points, down to 4.25%, as I anticipated in one of my previous videos. You can go and check it out. The market expected that. No surprises. But the real story isn't the cut itself. It's the narrative Powell chooses around it. That's where things get dangerous for crypto. Let's look back at history, because it gives us some clues. There are two moments we can compare here, July 2019 and September 2024. Both times the Fed cut after a long pause, and both times Bitcoin was sitting at a crucial level, but the outcomes couldn't have been more different. In my mind, 2019 was what I'd call the insurance cut. The Fed was worried about the trade war and the global slowdown, so Powell stepped in to soften the blow. Bitcoin was around 10,000 at the time. 1 week later, it pumped 18%. But here's the thing. A month later, it was already down 5%. 6 months later, down 8%. Cheap liquidity didn't really help until much later. The cut itself wasn't magic. Now let's move to 2024. Completely different story. Inflation had cooled, the economy was slowing gently, and the Fed had basically over-tightened. Powell wanted to normalize. Bitcoin was already at 62,000, and within a week it was up 2%. 1 month later, 10%. 6 months later, 36%. And a year later, 83%. Why? Because this time crypto had the perfect storm. ETF approval, pro-crypto politics, and heavy institutional flows. So in my opinion, the cut itself doesn't tell us much. What really matters is Powell's words. Traders are already pricing in 3 more cuts this year, and rates close to 2.8% by the end of 2026. If Powell cools down those expectations, crypto could feel heavy pressure fast. But if he confirms them, the bull market gets a green light. Now, here's what I think could actually play out this time. We're not in 2019 insurance cut environment. The setup looks much closer to 2024. Inflation has cooled, institutional money is flowing, and ETFs have already cracked the door open for billions in fresh capital. In my mind, that creates the conditions for Bitcoin to grind higher. Maybe with pullbacks towards 70,000 as Powell flexes his influence, but ultimately setting up for a push toward new highs into next year. In any case, the narrative chosen here could define Bitcoin's path for the next 12 months. Personally, I'm building my portfolio plan around that. What about you? Do you think Powell is bluffing, or is he really trying to drag Bitcoin back to 70,000? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear how you're approaching this. Thank you for watching this video and see you soon in the next one.